Hello everybody and welcome to 4 Kilobyte Shorts Let's Play of Spellirium. Spellirium is by a Canadian company. Don't judge them. It's by a Canadian company called Untold Entertainment, who, according to their owner, CEO, gamer, programmer, the dude who basically talks about this game, you have never heard of them because they mostly make like teaching aid games for preschools. They made a game. Him and his 5-year-old daughter made a game called Prissy's Magical Ponycorn Adventure thing. Anyway, point being is after that they decided to make Spellirium, and this is Spellirium. And Spellirium has their own, I'm gonna say, Kickstarter-ish page. They're not on Kickstarter. They actually have a page set up to look like Kickstarter, so there's like no limit to how long it takes to get them funded, which is kind of cool. And they have like tiers set up with access, and basically it's like Kickstarter, but there's no limit, and it's self-contained, so trust it if you want, don't. But if you drop at least $15, I think it was, right?
Yes.
She nods like you can hear it. Yeah, $15. If you drop about $15 on it, you can get into the alpha, and this is the alpha of the game. Now, the thing about the alpha is they say that there's no voices, which isn't entirely true. There are actually some voiceovers in the game. But because one of the tiers that you can get, it's the $500 tier, and I checked earlier today because this has been out for a while. At $500, if you donate $500 to the game, you can become, there are 11 of 12 spaces left, you can become one of the voice actors for the game. And because of that, SeVaughn and I are going to do the voices for the game for you guys, because there are no voices. Well, there are voices, and you'll hear some. And so there's going to be an intermix of me and SeVaughn and then the voice. Anyway, it's going to be hilarious. But the point of the game is, what if Loom and Boggle had a baby? And if that doesn't make any sense, I've talked too long, and we'll get moving. So we're going to
in a land called the Land, in a time called the Now, a young apprentice named Todd found himself...
What's going on in here?
What? I'm narrating this story.
No, you can't have this stuff here. These are forbidden runes. What, do you want to get us all killed?
Put those back.
You can't have this one. You can't have this one. No, you definitely got to get rid of these ones. Come on, move along, old man. Don't bother thanking me or anything. I probably just saved your life.
But what about the story?
I'll take care of it. All right, listen. This is me. My name's Todd, and I have a terrible secret. We good? Okay, let's begin.
Let us begin! Prologue, Once Upon the Once. The rune keepers are going to kill me if I don't shear these sheep before they get back. I guess we got to shear the sheep. Well, SeVaughn and I actually started doing this before, but because of an idiot move on my part, we didn't have any audio, so we're doing it again. I should probably start with Scrunches since she has the most wool. I think I left the shears downstairs. Alright, so we gotta go downstairs. So this is your standard point-and-click adventure game. Well, sort of standard. Magic rock. And it is in Flash form. It is a Flash-based game. So, looks like the same Secret Underground library that I left it. Super secret. Actually, I didn't click on all of these before. Even though he's the youngest runekeeper, Brother Doug looks the oldest. It's got to be that long white beard. Once I'm initiated, I'll be the youngest runekeeper by a long shot. This is Brother Pete. He's a little grouchy, but I still love him. He helped me understand the history of the Once from the few books we salvaged. Brother Rodney knows a lot about machines. He keeps trading for mechanical findage, hoping he can get the stuff working again. He built that chandelier up there, which is apparently full of radio parts and lights. Brother Carl is the oldest and wisest of the rune keepers. He's also the most fun. He's the closest thing I had to a real mother and father. Coffee! Everything I've read about coffee sounds amazing, so I had to trade for this thing. Now all we need are filters, cream, sugar, electricity, and coffee. This is where my coffee's gonna go if I ever find all the stuff to make it. Hey look, boat! Toot toot. Hey, it's my little toy boat. The bottom of the screen displays items you've picked up. Click twice on an item to examine it. So we go click and click. This is one of the very few toys I had growing up. Good thing plastic's not very biodegradable. Then we have books. The rune keepers were saving these books as a surprise for my initiation day, but I peeked. I'm going to take them with me. So we have books. These are all blank right now. I'm not just going to click on all of them, but they're all blank right now. They come up later. And then we have the sheep shears. I knew I left the shears down here. I should go back upstairs and shear Scrunches before she wanders off. Back to the upstairs. To use an item, click on it, then click on a target area. For example, click to select the shears, then click on Scrunches the sheep to use them. We'll try it now. Oh no! Insert running sound. What happened? Alright, and since this is an adventure game, you do get to choose conversations. I will be choosing the conversations, of course, and we will be reading them accordingly. Hey, can you hear me? He's not responding, and his neck is bent at a weird angle. I think he's dead. But look, there's Disco Ball. Seven's over here giggling at me. Hey, what's that thing? Acquire the magic. It's glitching out a little from being underwater. Alright. Weird. What the heck is this? So this is the game portion of the game. The non-adventure game. Because you have the adventure game portion, which of course you just saw we were playing. And now you have the puzzle portion. I guess you can call it the Boggle portion. Click any 2 letters to make them swap places. Oh, good. There's a tutorial. Way to break the 4th wall, game. Try it. Alright, so in this case we're just going to make words. And what you can do is you can swap any 2 letters on the board, kind of like if you're cheating at Scrabble. You can swap any 2 letters on the board, and they can go in either direction, left, right, up, down.
There's an S and a W. If you put it in the middle, 3rd line down, you can make sweet.
Sweet. 3rd line down. So S here,
Mm-hmm.
and then W here.
Mm-hmm.
Sweet. Keep making words to proceed. You know, I should make 7 read those now. It's like sexier that way or something, I don't know. It's more fun. We'll go rib.
Rib.
Hey, what's up with the tree? Yeah, what is up with that tree?
If you move 4th row down from the 5th row, if you take the N and move it up to the 4th row, you'll have vein.
Vein?
Vein is in being vain. V-A-I-N.
You mean like that? Yep.
Yeah.
Vein! This thing is like humming in my hand. We'll goad. Seriously, why did the tree just move? Q-U-E. Oh, I need 2 E's, don't I?
Mm-hmm.
We'll move that one back. By the way, you can only move...
Bro, if you move the M and the F, you'll have foam.
We'll do that in a moment. Every time you move a letter, you lose a little bit of power up here each time you play. And then if you move like really far distances, like from this corner to this corner, you lose a lot more energy than if you just move like one to the other. So, big thing there. There's got to be some enormous animal in there or something. Alright, so we wanted foam, right?
Mm-hmm. Or foamy.
I don't think... No, it doesn't do proper names, remember?
That's true.
Whoa! Magical flying tree.
It's okay, at the very bottom there was candy.
There's always candy at the very bottom.
Queen!
Queen! Now this is
I miss Freddie Mercury.
At least one of us does.
Hey!
So here's your point score. You get your best word. That also goes with modifiers, multipliers, and we'll talk about the multipliers later. But we have Queen. That's a 110 point word. We got like 1/2 out of 3 total stars for score. So total score is 480. Total words 7, and new words is 7. And if you click details, you can see all the words you used. And these will go in your dictionary, and that's that big red book up here. That was incredible. And hey, the words I just spelled were somehow written into my red book. Click here to open your dictionary. There it is. The dictionary records the words you've made. When you're ready, click here to close the dictionary. Where did Brother Doug find this thing? And why was he trying to get it home so quickly? Was he in some sort of danger? Are the other rune keepers out there looking for this device? Are they in danger too? I need to lay Brother Doug to rest and think this over. Convenient hole. Convenient hole is convenient. From the heap you crawled, to the heap you return. Rest in peace, Brother Doug. What am I going to do now? I need to tell the other runekeepers that this happened. But I'm still an initiate. The runekeepers tell me it's not safe to leave the cottages. They've always said that their red robes protect them. The red robe marks us as simple, harmless tailors to the outsiders. No one would kill a tailor because everyone trades with us for the clothes we make. That's what I'll do then. I'll make myself a red robe so that everyone will know I'm a simple tailor. Then I'll set off to find the others. But I should hurry. The runekeepers could be in danger. So there's Brother Doug. I'm not going to exhume Brother Doug and take his robe, if that's what you're thinking. I have a horse. That's okay, old girl. I don't blame you. I do. I do love how he used the hole where the tree was. That was just epic. Right then, I still need the shear scrunches to get the wool from my robe. I seem to be lacking a very specific device to perform that task. This is a quick job for a sharp pair of shears. Hey, where did my shears go? Yeah, I don't have time to go looking for them again. Let's make the magic happen. This idea is so crazy, it just might work. Or I might turn scrunches into a sheep shish kebab. I don't have a lot of time to make my robe, so it's worth a shot. Alright, now here's another cool thing about the puzzles. Now before we were just making words. We were just, testing it out, making words. In this case, we actually have to make words that mean or are synonymous with shearing, cutting, making naked, basically. So, yeah, so you do that, like, so you have CU here, and do we have a T anywhere? We don't have a
No.
T. We don't have a T! Oh, man.
S.
Well, we do have shear. We'll just
yeah.
do shear straight up. So we'll do shear. Like, oop, oop. Yeah, you gotta be careful with the clicky part, though. So we'll do shear. So there's boom, and boom! Ha! I should try more words like that.
You can make other words to get letters to drop, but the only way to finish the section is to
get the correct words. Yeah. If I
Correct
have
words.
trouble finding certain letters, I guess I can spell any old word, and new tiles will drop into the grid.
Wow. You can let the demo explain that for me instead.
Nah, Todd
That
was
works.
just echoing you because he's just an initiate. He doesn't understand. So we need synonyms for
shear.
So we have cut. Well, the one he used was denude. I don't really know how denude is actually a synonym. To make nude, but we can do denude, and that's kind of cheating, I know, but whatever, it works. So bam. All right, we have a U. What are the synonyms?
Cut,
for?
chop,
Chop.
trim.
Trim. Oh, we don't have a T, but we do have an A. We do have an H.
Slice might work.
Oh, do we have an L? We have S-L-I.
A C and an E.
A C and an E, so we have to find the E.
Oh,
We don't have an E?
Nope, no E.
Well, we do have clip. Clip. Clip is perfect, so we say clip. Bam! Yeah, see, clip is a word. We have a K and an A. We have a K. Did we say a word with a K? That's synonymous with cut.
Chop.
Whenever I say cut, chop, I always think of Parappa the Rapper.
Okay.
It was one of the songs. I only ever played the demo, but it was like one of the songs. So yeah, you can do stuff like this. Like we don't have any letters we can use, so we'll just say pig, and we'll just get some letters out. When we have like bank.
We have an E now.
Oh, do we? We have
Top
bank.
row.
Oh yeah, so we have lame. Okay. So what do we want? We need an E for what?
Slice.
Slice. That's what we. Yes. Thank you. So SLICE, like so. There you go. Now that was a really sloppy way to do it, but it works. It's blowing the wool right off. All right, and then we had chop, right? Did we use chop already?
No, I don't think so.
We have a P now. We have a P here. So we have C. Oop, not R. We have C-H-O-P. Chop. There you go. So we win. So we completed it. Our best word was chop for 110 points. We only got like 3/4 of a star, unfortunately, but we got 7 new words. We're not going to check our words every time, though. Whoa, that was amazing. Scrunches looks a little rattled, but I think she's okay. To make my robe, I need to dye the wool red in the dyeing vats downstairs. To the downstairs! Alright, and this is the dyeing vat here. So you take the wool and put it in the dyeing vats. What is this magicalness? That was weird. The strange device just sucked all the red dye out of the dyeing vats. Now how am I supposed to get red wool from my robes? Well, like this. Oop. No, wait. We use this on here, right? Yes. The device hasn't failed me yet, so I'll give it a try with the dyeing vat. So now this one's also cool. Now we have it's a ×2, ×2 multiplier for red. That's what this is for. So it's ×2, ×3, ×4, ×5, I think it is. And what this is you have to make words, any word, but you have to use all red letters to make the word in order to dye the wool red. Totally awesome. But if you can use an intermix of white and red letters, of course, but that won't count. That's the thing. You actually have to use the correct. So like we'll make this word. We'll make wine. We will make red wine. That's funny. So we have wine, and we have to do this like 5 times, I think now. Yes, it worked. And don't worry about Seven. She's gonna get her scene here soon. She's over here. She's just over here like watching me do this because we've done this before, unfortunately, and we were having so much fun before, and then we found out that I'm an idiot. And
you can do base if BASE.
BASE. Okay, that works. Yeah, so we found out that I was an idiot because I forgot to double check the audio. So we were doing all this fun recording, having a great time and everything, and then it was like kablam.
Sorry, GRULE. I think gruel.
GRUEL is for gruel.
Whatever.
But we have rule if we don't want to use gruel. It's either UEL or UAL.
GRUEL.
Yeah. Sometimes it's a little slow because this is a flash-based game, so you kind of have to be patient, especially if you do a lot of stuff all at once. I'm going to keep using the red tiles to dye the wool. Yes. Quick.
There's shoe.
SHOE. SHOE.
Mhm.
Oh, E. Okay.
And you also have man.
Hey, you want to see something funny? Not that. This. I think shoal is a word. Shoal is not a word. I thought it was. Maybe I was thinking SOHAL.
Yeah.
Ah. See, that's the other thing. This is sort of like a teaching game. Now remember, Untold Entertainment has made games for kids. Is what
Maybe
they do.
Maybe don't have a red B.
Is quit? I don't even think that's
QUITE or quite.
That's quite. Yeah, this is quit. I quit. We're done. Untold Entertainment has made games for kids, so this is actually a very learny game because you actually have to think. I mean, you have to think to solve a puzzle. You have to think. So our best word was quit. 200 points.
We could have had bizarre if we had a B.
Well, that's true.
But we didn't.
That was amazing. I did this whole batch of wool with words. Now I just need to spin it into yarn on the spinning wheel. Alright, here we go. Some more super cool stuff. Spinning this wool the old-fashioned way will take forever. And I don't have forever. Hey, I might be able to speed up the spinning process with this thing. Alright, I'll let Seven explain this because she hasn't had a chance to talk very much.
On this portion, you pretty much want to spell the words in a direction. In a circular direction, going clockwise, which is basically spinning the wheel of the spinning wheel.
Yeah, so once again, doesn't really matter what letters you use. If you use the multipliers, you get better score up here. But it doesn't matter what your letters are as long as you go in a circle. So for the
we have
first
decide in red, but that's going down.
Okay, well we have early up here if we have an L. Do we have an L? We have an L, okay. So here we go. We have early, so we go from left to right, and it spins. So spelling a word makes the spinning wheel turn. And then we have decide here, right? DECIDE. Is that how you spell it?
Mm-hmm.
And this is gonna be our best word, by the way, because it's a multiplier. So there, it turned again. So yeah, Todd will tell you that you have to do it a specific way.
And there's BIT for bit, or bite if you want to add an E.
Add an E, so we'll go like this. So we're gonna go right to left now. It feels like the wheel turns with the direction of the words I make.
There's ash, but that's going downwards.
We have fuse here. Well, we will have fuse in a moment. And of course you can go right to left, which I've never really liked in word search games, but it is actually a crucial component.
No good, let me try that again. You repeated the direction.
Wait, I already went right once?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, my bad.
Now we need to go up.
We need to go up. Thank you. Well, in that case, we can do this. Up. Okay, the next word I make should face right. We have tide. There you go. Tide. It worked, so the next word should be down. Go, Todd, go, you damn genius, you. We can vote. Ha ha ha. That's not, no, that's vote. Vote. As long as I spell in a circular motion, the wheel keeps turning.
And if you also notice, the arrow around the spinning wheel will show the direction that you need to spell the word.
Of course, that's right now. I guess we can consider that part of the tutorial a little bit. There's a chance. I don't know.
If you swap an I with the E, you can get risk on the 3rd line down, but it's facing the wrong way.
Well, let's find out where this faces the right way.
There's gat.
What? Gat?
2nd row.
Like a gun? Gat.
Okay, now up.
We have to go up. Abe. Oh, Abe is a word. Or Abe is a name, isn't it?
Yes.
Ah.
There's goo or goo. Oh.
Yeah, I saw that one. We'll go with goo, and we'll let the K stay on its own.
My bad. And there's dash on the top row.
Dash. Oh, there it is. Okay. There it goes. Yeah, so we finished that one. And we were only slightly a bit racist.
I very much apologize. That was totally unintentional.
Hey, it's automatic. You're looking for words. You're going to take as many letters as you can get. Sometimes... See, told you. Our best word was decide. And we barely even got almost 1 star. We're missing the tip. Just the tip. Incredible! This thing I just... What? This thing just saved me hours of work. I can use this red yarn to make my Runekeeper robe. And so that we go... We take the yarn here. Wow, this thing kicked out a perfect spindle of red yarn. And we take that and we put it here. On the body.
It's a mannequin.
On the body.
It's a dress form.
A womanikin. I think I can do the rest by myself. I didn't need the magic this time. I only had enough yarn to make a cloak instead of a full robe. I hope the outsiders still recognize me as a tailor.
Oh.
Wait for it. Oh, happy day! Greatest day ever. Cloak it.
Okay, Mario.
Feels good. Now that I have the signature red cloak of a tailor, I can set out safely beyond the frog pond to find the other Runekeepers. I wonder what's out there. Adventure, dear sir, adventure. But we have come to time for this video, and unfortunately I have been hogging the spotlight. I do apologize. Seven hasn't really had anything to say. However, I promise you, if you can tolerate me reading Todd's lines, you will love what's coming next. You will love what's coming next. Seven will have her debut, and it will rain down supreme. But anyway, if you liked what you see so far, and you would like to try the game without, us spoiling it, Spellirium.com. I will put it into the box at the bottom, the description. Thank you. The description at the bottom. Check it out. It's not a Kickstarter, but it's set up like a Kickstarter, so you do get free cool stuff if you put money into the game. I mean, they're even selling. I've seen a lot of games, like a lot of Kickstarter things, give away some pretty cool stuff. But I was hoping that one of them would do this, but I have yet to see a Kickstarter, and there probably has been one out there that I didn't see. But I have yet to see one that will actually let you buy your way in as a voice actor to a character.
After a fashion.
I like the way they're doing it.
Yeah.
They're doing it a specific way, but we have come to time. We'll probably end up explaining that later. But if you like what you see so far, please watch the next video, of course. If you want to play the game, go check it out at Spellirium.com. And Seven and I will see you next video.
Bye!